All right. So, fuck. Do we have to...
You okay, Ian?
Okay, let's talk about a product called the C64 Mini, okay?
Uh-oh. I mean, you don't like this?
I mean, in theory, it's, another box that you hook up to your TV.
Okay. What is this, Ian? Explain what this is to the audience.
It's a miniature looking.
It's a half scale.
It's half scale. Looks like a Commodore 64. Okay. Good.
Can't use the keys.
Can't use the
keyboard.
keys. They're just they're for show. It's cute. You hook it up to your TV via HDMI, and it has 64 built-in games.
HDMI out. It comes with a joystick, I think.
Comes with a joystick. You can
and
play
two USB outs.
Play with your joystick, and 64 games. A timeless classic is being given a new lease on life with the launch of the C64 Mini coming soon.
US or Europe display mode option, CRT filter, save game function. You can plug in a USB keyboard and use it as a home computer with C64 Basic. There you go.
I've seen a lot of people excited about this recently. This got
picked up in the news. Okay.
Yeah, it did.
You want to go through some of the games? You go first.
No, you go ahead. Talk about some of the games first.
It's kind of small, but I can see the Bikini California games. Street Sports Baseball. I don't see Street Sports Tennis anywhere. That's why I played. I think I saw World Games there. Winter Games. I thought I saw Uridium in the trailer. Speedball. Impossible Mission 2. I can't stand that game.
No, it's awful.
Creatures.
Jumpman.
I played Jumpman.
Everyone played Jumpman.
So I think so this obviously the Commodore 64 like this. A lot of these games were I think a lot bigger in Europe versus here, but I do recognize some of these games.
Yeah, I do too. It's missing some pretty big.
Temple of Apshai trilogy. That's going back a little bit. Spin Dizzy. I'm not gonna pretend I know half of these games. I'm not. But I'm gonna assume that this is a good selection for Commodore 64.
Let's assume it's got some of the games made by Epix, and Epix made a lot of good stuff.
They made a lot of good games.
We'll go with that.
Mission AD.
We did some digging on this product, though.
Was it really digging, or we just looked at the?
Well, I mean, we did more digging than any of the news sites or anyone who's excited about this has done.
I don't know if YouTubers who've already covered this have spoken about it. By the way, I loved how the joystick looks. That looks like old Commodore stuff. Got the big ball joysticks.
Yes.
Good for lefties and righties.
Yeah.
Right, Ian?
I'm very happy.
Or no, it's got two different buttons on Commodore games. I don't know if it's good for lefties or righties. Who knows? But we spoke about on the podcast
like 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago? Was it?
Or a year ago.
Year and a half ago. We spoke about
April 2016.
We spoke about the C64, which is a remade Commodore 64, usable, full-sized remake with USB outs, HDMI out, I believe, at the time, with a functional keyboard.
They were also offering a portable.
At the time, it was portable with a screen on it.
A small handheld portable version. They needed
with games built in.
They needed 150,000 to reach their goal. They only hit 100,611.
It was a flexible goal, which meant though they still got the money.
Right.
When you do a flexible goal and then go, you don't. If you don't hit it, you get docked a little bit more. I think it's like 8 or 10% they lost probably on that. But so you're still talking 90,000 that they made off this. So at the time when this closed around April or May of 2016, they were offering the computer console for $150 US. They were offering the handheld was $170, more than the console version, which is interesting, probably because of the LCD screen.
Right.
I don't know. Console version was joystick, $175. Console with two joysticks, $200. Console plus cartridge game, $220. The whole package. You want to get the handheld, the remake computer, two joysticks, whatever, $650. A Chrome version for $1,000 that no one claimed. So this was all supposed to be delivered, according to this, December 2016. So if you dig into the updates, it's not even a lot of digging, but if you go into the updates of this, you can follow the timeline of what's going on with this project. But this is the same people that are doing the Mini now, right?
Right.
according to them, if you go back to the updates from was it September 28th?
It's the September 20 something one. Yeah, September 20.
Do you want me to just read it off?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see. Let's go to the beginning here. It's September 20th. This is the big one. We've always been keen to keep backers informed of the latest developments here at the C64 HQ. We hope that today's update makes you happy. If you have any questions after reading this exciting announcement, you know that we're always happy to communicate. Most of you will know that we didn't reach our original target for Indiegogo funding, but that has never stopped us from making progress. We've always been determined not to let a single backer down. So we carried on working hard, sat down at the table, and came up with a new plan. We managed to find a global business partner who would help us deliver the console to backers and to the retail market. Part of the new plan was conceiving more versions of the C64, which is the name, the in caps C64, necessitating an alteration to our original timeline and business plan. In conversations with retailers, it has become clear that the wider retail market is demanding the C64 Mini more so than our full-size design. Putting this mini model first in the production timeline will mean that not only will we have the capital to deliver to the backers and pre-order customers that have supported us, but we will also give them far more than the product they originally paid for. So this is the first announcement here where it's like, okay, we don't have enough money to give you what you backed.
Right.
The full working C64. So we now are thinking of this mini, and we can sell this to get the capital to go back and deliver to you what we already took your money for and promised. Okay, I'm paraphrasing, but I think I got that right.
I think.
To show our thanks to those who have supported us and who have had the kind and patience to put up with the time scales that have admittedly been longer than anticipated, we'd like to make the following announcement. Everyone who backed the original Indiegogo campaign by backing a console or pre-ordered a console from our website prior to today will not only... Oh, they also did pre-orders on the website. We don't know what they did there. They'll not only get their full-size, the C64, but also a limited edition, the C64 Mini games console set. Okay. Our aim is to deliver the C64 Mini console to backers and pre-order supporters in time for Christmas 2017. At this stage, we are still completing and testing the firmware, so we must stop short of guaranteeing this date. Okay. Then the follow-up update after that, following on the good news of last week that relevant backers were getting a C64, blah, 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 we thought you might like news on the global launch of the brand and first model out, which was launched last Friday to the world, so you can follow the overall progress of the project. Here is the launch video. So they started making global headlines about the C64 Mini. Yeah. I saw it everywhere on Twitter, in videos. Holy shit, this is coming out. Obviously, they have the Super Nintendo coming out. What a coincidence! It was the date the SNES Classic came out, September 29th, right?
Yeah.
The news comes out. This is coming out, right? And now they're starting to show the Mini everywhere. It looks like at different events. And now they have, on the October update, they're showing the scale of a CGI render or just a render of the Mini versus the full, and it's like a half scale. All right, this is the issue, Ian, and you probably have seen it. That they now have to go put out an alternate product in order to completely fund the original that they took money for a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Not only that, though, the main websites I've seen report this have not stated this fact.
No, they haven't, and they just regurgitate the
press release.
Which
again,
that's what I was initially just going to barrel into, but
I wanted to
set it up.
Give,
I know,
the background.
I understand.
Because at first, when we go over this topic, we're like, wait a minute.
We've seen something like this.
Is this the same company?
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't make sense. You thought at first maybe it was a different company. I said it wouldn't make sense for it to be a different company to put out two Commodore 64, products. So we went back and look and said, oh, they weren't hiding it. It's on the Indiegogo, but of course that's not being reported out to the world about this. In the press release, said, hey, by the way, guys, if you don't buy this Mini, we can't finish our product that we took $100,000 for.
Yeah.
That's problematic to me. A little bit.
That's just,
a little bit.
I just have tiny issues.
It's problematic that they have to do that. They got to do what they got to do, but no one's reported on that.
Exactly. I mean, at least in the updates here, pretty upfront about that.
Sure.
I have huge issues with it, but they're upfront about it.
Yeah.
No one's reporting that. Well, I don't know about other YouTubers, but the business sites, the news sites, the game sites are.
I wouldn't be shocked if some YouTubers didn't report that information. I'm not saying Ian and I are the fucking Woodward and Bernstein here, but I wanted it rung a bell with me that we talked about a Kickstarter like this before.
Well, yeah, we both. And you know what the thing is it took $30 minutes, 15 minutes. It took 15 minutes
Sure.
to look at this.
So I'm just gonna go. If you want to look up the IGN one while I talk about this Forbes one, the Forbes one to me was egregious, because the Forbes article not only reports on it but advertises for it, saying Commodore 64 Mini poised to continue the hot retro gaming trend. That sounds like a sponsored advertisement almost to me. They don't know it's going to continue any hot rate.
Yeah, but is it just
trend.
one of those Forbes bloggers? I mean, anyone can sign up for a Forbes blog.
It's a contributor.
Oh, okay.
It's a contributor with a full bio on the site. Opinions expressed by Forbes contributors are their own. Okay. So it just rubbed me really the wrong fucking way that they're not reporting that this is a linchpin to complete, to this point, a failed crowdfunding campaign from a year and a half ago. Right?
Yep.
Am I wrong about that?
All right, so here's the Commodore 64 Mini console announced via IGN. It's going to probably autoplay a video. Making a comeback. Meh. Yeah, classic home computer, the Commodore 64, is staging a comeback. This time as a fully licensed mini version. Actually, I don't think that's... Is that fully licensed? Anyways, clocking in at 50% the size, 64 Mini is a small recreation of the much-loved 1982 console, updated for modern audiences with high-definition output via HDMI, a bundled joystick, and 2 USB ports for keyboards or additional joysticks. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to keep going. It's just a press release.
Is GameSpot just a press release too?
I'm sure.
GameSpot. I mean, I'm just sort of sick of this happening with all these products that aren't even doing. You want to say half hour? Fucking 10 minutes of research.
Yeah, I shortened it. It wasn't. Yeah,
10 minutes. I mean, we us probably talking about it was 10 minutes about what is going on here. Was this a Kickstarter? Let's go to the old Kickstarter and see it. I'd be like, oh, let's look at the updates of the Kickstarter.
Okay.
Oh, there's the mini shown right there. Now they're talking about
done.
Did this? Yeah, done. Give me my fucking Pulitzer.
Yeah. Give me your paycheck.
I'm not even saying that, but I'm just saying you got to do better. The Nerdist one. Did the Nerdist talk about this at all? Let's see. Did the Nerdist talk about it? GameSpot. They basically reiterated the GameSpot one. Okay. If you purchase the 64 Mini, you'll be getting 64 original Commodore 64 games. It's going to cost around $70. Has no definitive release date. Oh, okay. They reported at Nerdist.
Oh, good.
This usually wouldn't be a big deal, except the maker behind the C64 Mini did previously execute a successful Indiegogo campaign for a full-size replica, which has still not materialized for donors, even though its original release date was supposed to be sometime in December 2016. Good. That's a good start.
Good try.
That's a good start.
Not successful, though.
Not successful.
Yeah.
Successful, they got the money. Not successful, they didn't put out a product.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, whose success are we talking about? But if you go to the GameSpot article, do they mention what the Nerdist one just did? No. They mentioned that they have the full-size, fully working version is releasing in 2018. But they don't mention that the last Indiegogo. So the Nerdist...
Good on you, Nerdist.
1 out of 5? I think doing 4, like 1 out of 4?
Yeah.
Holy shit. My head hurts, though.
Yeah, no, it's not a good feel.
Because I'm not saying the Mini's a bad idea. I'm actually not. I actually like the idea of that.
Sure.
I do. I like the little joystick. $70, I don't think it's terrible. $1 game about. It looks cute. You can hook up a keyboard to the mini keyboard
and use it as a C64. Apparently.
They'll probably crack it. Looks like there's a USB mini or something. They'll probably crack it and be able to put on more 64 games.
Yeah.
But the fact that to this point failed Indiegogo campaign will live or die in all those donations based upon the success of a product that's come out to save it, that sort of rubs my nipples the wrong way. That's all I'm saying.
Would that be counterclockwise or clockwise?
Can you do both in one direction? Or is that kind of weird to do that? Is that more natural?
I don't like that.
All right.